Welcome back to the Falcons franchise here on Madden 23, and today we're just going to present you a quick recap of the offseason. I streamed the offseason on Thursday, and now I'm getting the recap out for you today, and I was going to put preseason in this video as well, but due to time constraints in life, I'm not able to do that, so preseason will be up on Monday. We're going to start off by showing you a recap of the Super Bowl, and the Indianapolis Colts have won the Super Bowl once again, much to my chagrin as a Titans fan. 42-31 was the final as Jonathan Taylor wins Super Bowl MVP with a 3-touchdown, 130-yard performance, and the Rams do not get their repeat, so unfortunate for them. Cooper Kupp had a really good game, but it wasn't enough to sustain the Rams in this one, as Matt Ryan, the former Falcons quarterback, finally gets his ring. So now we look at retirements. Riley Reiff retires from the Bears. Kevin Huber retires from the Bengals. Von Miller and Roger Saffold retire from the Bills. Broncos and Browns have no retirements. Julio Jones and Ryan Succop retire from Tampa. And then moving forward from that, Ndamukong Suh, J.J. Watt, and Andy Lee all retire from the Cardinals. The Chargers have no retirements. Carlos Dunlap leaves the Chiefs. The Colts, Commanders, Cowboys, Dolphins don't have retirements. The Eagles have Brandon Graham retire after 13 years. Our only retirement is Bo Brinkley, who's the long snapper, so hopefully one day EA actually makes long snapping matter in this game, but as of right now, it doesn't matter for us, so not a huge loss. Everson Griffin and Marvin Jones retire from the Jags. Aaron Rodgers retires finally from the Packers, so very interesting situation. Devin McCourty retires from the Patriots. Linval Joseph, Dwayne Brown retire. So one thing to note, Tom Brady has yet to retire. So does that mean he's coming back to the Bucs? We'll have to see. As you saw, Pete Carroll retired. Emmanuel Sanders and Jerry Hughes retired. And the Titans and Vikings have no retirement. So we go into re-signings. First guy we try to bring back is the punter, Bradley Pinion, but he doesn't want to come back. Lorenzo Carter, after his huge season where he had 11 sacks, we want to bring him back, but he also decides to test free agency as well. So, as I mentioned, I didn't really want to bring back any receiver outside of Calvin Ridley, so Damiere Byrd, Olamide Zaccheaus, and John Ross, and Nick Westbrook-Ikhine as well. You guys can all kick rocks. But Calvin Ridley's somebody we'll come back to, and like I mentioned, Caleb McGarry and Jermaine Ifedi were definitely not coming back this year after how bad they were. I did want to bring back Anthony Rush just to compete for the starting nose tackle job. He was the starter this past year, but he wasn't that effective in my opinion. But he decides that he doesn't want to resign. But I did want to bring back Corey Ballantyne, who was a pretty clutch return man for us, and we do bring him back. And then Rashaan Evans, after the season he had, I really wanted to bring him back, so I gave him a player-friendly deal. And unfortunately, you're going to see in just a second, he actually declines it. So Rashaan Evans might be done in Atlanta. But I did want to bring back Calvin Ridley, even though he missed the whole season last year due to the whole gambling thing. But I just think having him mixed in with Drake London and B-Rye, Brian Edwards, I think that's going to be a deadly combination. And it's only going to benefit Drake London. So I give him a neutral deal, and he signs with us once again. So welcome back, Calvin Ridley. I'm excited to see what you do this year. So we go to free agency, and as you can see, Tom Brady is a free agent. But with Lorenzo Carter now gone, I had to find a replacement for him. So I went after Josh Allen, the former Jaguar. And another guy I wanted to go after was Max Williams. I didn't bring back Anthony Ferguson or Auden Tate. Levante David's also going to be somebody that I go after here as well to replace Rashaan Evans. But he's going to prove to cost too much eventually, so I end up withdrawing my offer to him. Another guy I want to bring in is Rashad Fenton, because I did not bring back Isaiah Oliver either. So we need a replacement. Fenton spent his whole career with the Chiefs, so we'll have to see what he does for us this upcoming season if we can sign him. And then I had to go after Derwin James. Had to go after. I kind of lowballed him at first because he had no offers, but I had to go after Derwin James. Unfortunately, we're not going to sign Josh Allen. He goes to the Cardinals, and Derwin James is still being targeted. So I gave him a better offer. Same thing with Rashad Fenton. I definitely had to give him a better offer as well, because this is not somebody I want to let slip through the cracks. So I offered them both new contracts. And Max Williams isn't getting any offers. but I definitely would love to use him as a second tight end. And then I see that Lorenzo Carter has no offers. So since we missed out on Josh Allen, I'm going to offer him a contract here. I'm also going to offer a contract to Rojo, Ronald Jones. I just don't trust Tyler Algier as the starter yet, and Patterson's getting old now. So now we go to the end of the stage one, and Derwin James is signed with us. Rashad Fenton's signed with us as well, so our secondaries look good. Rojo does as well, as is Lorenzo Carter and Jalen Smith. So Max Williams, the only person we're really waiting on right now. But I also decided that I'm going to offer Sheldon Rankins a contract as well. Rankins doesn't have any offers up to this point after the first two evals. And I also offer a contract to Kyrie Blasingame, the former Titan and Bear, just because I need an upgraded fullback. So we do sign Derwin James, like I mentioned. Then after that, we also get Rashad Fenton and Ronald Jones. We also sign Max Williams. Sheldon Rankins signs with us. Lorenzo Carter signs back with us. Of course, Kyrie Blasingame will get. Jalen Smith signs with us. Billy Turner and Gardner Minshew. I signed Minshew because I'm probably going to get rid of Mariota at this point. And I don't know if you just peeped, but Tom Brady is back with the Patriots. So as we just go through a lot of the top signings here, I'm not going to go through all of them, but Tom Brady is back with the Patriots. And some other interesting signings here. Clowney goes back to the Browns, as you probably saw. But that's like the most interesting one to me. So before we get into the draft, I decided to make a huge trade with the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to give them my 23rd overall pick and a 7th round pick this year and a 3rd round pick next year for their 17th overall pick. I do that so I'm able to draft Craig Bennett. The reason I traded up is because I was worried that the Bills were going to draft him. But we get Craig Bennett. He's a hidden dev, and he is most likely going to be the day one starter at right tackle. So in the 2nd round, I decided to draft Bryson Hankins. I'm just not really happy with what Jalen Mayfield's doing at left guard right now. So Hankins is another guy who has a chance to start from day one. He's going to compete with Mayfield for the left guard spot. But I think that he's going to be a really good player. So 3rd round, and yes, I know I signed Max Williams, but I still felt like I needed to get a 3rd tight end just because I'm not really a big Jonathan Fitzpatrick fan. So I decided to go after Garrison Best, and he's going to be a normal dev, kind of disappointing, but I really like his athletic ratings at least. So now we go into the 4th round, and we are going to go after Alani Glenn, who I saw in the 3rd round and thought about getting, and is a day 3 projection, so a little bit risky, but I loved his block shedding, and he ends up being a hidden dev. So we get a stud. He has 95 strength as well. So this man is probably going to be another guy who could potentially be a day 1 starter. So I decided to go after a 4th receiver and a younger receiver in D'Angelo McQueen in the 4th round. I didn't really know what to go with here, so I just decided, let's get another receiver. Stats aren't the best. He's kind of a project player and he's a normal dev. But overall, I think he's somebody I can work with. And then in the 7th round, I just decided to draft another young running back in Nick White out of Maine. And overall, he's probably just going to be a kick returner and a special teamer for us, especially with how deep we are at running back with Cordell Patterson, Ronald Jones now, and Tyler Algier. So we'll have to see what happens there. But Bennett ends up being an absolute stud. Best as far as his overall goes is kind of a disappointment. But Hankins, again, somebody who could probably start at left guard. But Alani Glenn looks like he's a big steal in the 4th quarter. Again, he was projected to go in the 3rd day, so we're able to get him there. I guess he did still go 3rd day, but you know. So as I mentioned, we're going to show the preseason in the next video. Just due to the time constraints, I wasn't able to fit it in this one. But we do open up the preseason against the Houston Texans, so a little teaser for you guys real quick, but thank you guys so much for checking out this offseason video. Let me know what you think of the offseason video, how I can improve it for next time, what you guys want to see and whatnot, and we will get it done. If you guys enjoyed this video, of course, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the sub button if you're new as well, turn your notifications on to join the notification gang. That way, every time I upload a video, you guys will be notified. Make sure you guys go drop me a follow on Twitch, twitch.tv/CazCray. You guys know the vibes. You know we gonna stay hard out here and keep that mofo rolling. And if you guys want to see more from the channel, check out the playlist and the video in front of you.